Kia ora everyone, Mark, the tournament organiser for Kings of War Conquest, coming up in Christchurch, New Zealand very shortly. I thought I'd spend about a minute or less on each army that's turning up to this tournament, give them a quick rundown, seeing what's turning up. So let's get on with it. Number one, we have Andy's Kingdoms of Men. And as you can see from the tiny font I had to choose here to get it all on the page, this is quite a big army. What have we got? We've got a couple of pike regiments, a couple of foot guard with double-handed weapon regiments, a couple of bowman troops, 2 regiments of knights with some magical equipment, an army standard bearer, a wizard, the captain, and then an ogre ally with a horde of warriors, a giant, and an army standard. So quite a lot there, nothing particularly standout, but it's a army of numbers. Alright, number 2, Craig's Ogres. Now Craig has written quite a detailed blog post on his ogres and what his plans are. If you want to Google his very originally named Craig's Wargaming blog, you'll be able to see that there. And so what have we got? We've got some mounted cavalry, the Red Goblin Scouts, and a couple of boomer regiments, chaff with the big close range blunderbuss things, horde of shooters, horde of hunters to lurk in difficult terrain, some berserker braves, and the real power of this list is the 2 siege breaker hordes. He's also, at the last minute, introduced a mammoth because he bought a mammoth. And to back it all up, a couple of ogre warlocks, one with the inspiring talisman and the other no Magarok, the named character. It's quite a small elite army, but very punchy. Next, Emma's Templars Basilean list, an entirely mounted and flying. So we have a couple of Gur Panther troops as chaff, 3 regiments of Paladin Knights with various magical equipment. Probably my favourite unit in the list here, the Sisterhood Panther Lancers with the Crystal Pennant of Retribution. Maybe even my favourite unit of the tournament. So if you hurt them, they'll hurt you back. A regiment of the Angels, the Alhi with the Brew of Sharpness. A Paladin on a dragon, Gnaeus Solistus, who I'm not sure exactly who that is, except I think it's that guy on the lion, and then Samacris, Mother of Phoenixes, very fearsome. So this is a very fast list and it hits hard. Gordon, so Gordon, a dwarf player, very experienced. So what have we got here? So he has a couple of Iron Guard, elite, very well armoured dwarves there. Some good shooting with the rangers and the sharpshooters. But the real power on this list is all the Brock riders, the Badger riders. So we've got 2 troops, 2 regiments, with some really good magical equipment on the regiments. We've got a Berserker Lord on a Brock 2, and a Dwarf Lord on a large beast. We've got a pack of Mastiffs. And then we have 2 Dwarf Army Standard Bearers, one with the heal item and one with the Bane Chant item. So Gordon really knows what he's doing with his dwarfs. He's the player to watch here. I think your best chance, given he's a typical dwarf player, is to buy him drinks, and that'll take him out of contention. Next up, Josh's Trolls. So this is the Goblin list, but really it's a Troll list, isn't it, Josh? Got 3 hordes of trolls there, with some various magic items to help compensate for some of their problems, and a king with the headstrong pendant, so they're less stupid. Good idea. What else do we have? Some goblin rabble, who cares? Some goblin dirty tricks. So we've got the mincer mob, a mincer, a blaster, a wing it, and I think that's it. And then we've got Magua and Juice and the Mag ones, who are special named goblins. And I'm not really sure what they do, but they're goblins, so who cares. Next up, Nick's Goblins. And these are actually some real goblins here. Look at this, 2 sharp stick legions. Also a troll, just a single horde of trolls in this one. Fleabag Riders Regiment of Cavalry. The Puppy Launcher, the Maulpup Launcher, couple of Giants, Doof and Dwarf are their names. Flaggett, and 2 Wizards with mainly lightning, a Troll Hero, and an Orc Ally with an Axe Horde and a Crudger on Gore Chariot. What's next? Northern Alliance, Paul's Norse, repurposed for this tournament. So we have Horde of Clansmen, a regiment of Dwarf Clansmen, a regiment of Half-Elf Berserkers, troop of Ice-Naiads, a couple of regiments of Huskarls, so they're the elite Northern Alliance Clansmen with double-handed weapons, I think. A couple of troops of skirmishers, one with javelins, one with short bows. The Cavern Dweller, which I can assure you is a horrific thing, which gets its life back as it eats you. Watch out for that. Lord on a Frostfang, very nasty hero on a big beastie. An Iceblade, which I think is a Berserker hero. A Scold, which is a just regular hero. And Clarion. And Clarion, he doesn't look like much, but in his own abilities in combat aren't that great, but he is very inspiring and I think helps out in a few other ways, other units nearby. Rodney's Burgundia, Kings of Men. So for this list, we've got it starting off with a big pike horde and a foot guard regiment which has brew strength. We've got a horde of knights there. Troop of scouts with black powder weapons, a couple of cannons, a couple of giants, and then 3 heroes flying around, one on a winged beast and 2 on Pegasi. So the generals on the winged beast and the wizards on the Pegasi, and with various spells, including mainly lightning bolt. Alright, and how are we doing? So, lastly, my Riverguard. Now, I'm not actually playing, but I'm the backup in case someone gets sick or something. So, it's my Riverguards who so lots of frogs bouncing around. We've got a couple of Riverguard Tree Leaper troops, a couple of Riverguard Tree Leaper regiments, some Tidal Swarms, Depth Horrors, who are the big, large infantry, regiment of Cavalry, the Riverguard Dam Busters, a Kraken, and 3 heroes, Depth Horror, Eternal, Cavalry Hero, the Riverguard Dam Buster Sentinel, and Ektar. Okay, so that's the list. We've got a bit of a small tournament this year with COVID, of course, not helping. But looking forward to it. See you around then.